morning, district team leaders. Welcome to PartyCast Season 4, Episode 15. Hope everybody had a lovely weekend, and now we are well into April, and today is Eclipse Monday. So for those of you that get a chance to see a pretty full eclipse, or for those of you in the path of totality, enjoy that. Don't forget to wear your cool blackout glasses and see the moon cover the sun. Anyway, today we've got mostly a balloon-focused PartyCast. We've got a couple of other items that we'll drop in there, but Amanda's got lots of good information coming to help around Balloon Awareness Month, as well as the big planogram change that we have for next week. So she's got tons of good information. We'll go there. Leslie's also got a couple of quick updates that she'll share with the group also. All right. Quick gratitude shout out. So truly, this is just me, truly thankful of the quick responses yesterday morning. I kind of shot out the note asking for some pictures of summer and on a Sunday morning, and really appreciate those that responded super quickly to that. It allowed me to wrap that up. So very much appreciated for that quick response. The stores look great on the pictures, so continue to feel free to share pictures. We do take those, and then we do actually use them for different things that we share with the merchants and with the ELT. So we always love when we get pictures, but I just wanted to personally thank everybody that quickly responded yesterday morning with those pictures, and the stores look great. So now it's just time to start selling the heck out of summer. We've got the holidays, kind of the shifting of the holidays behind us. We have, in most cases, spring break behind us. So now it's we really should be on the path to really ramping up grad sales. I will tell you, historically, week 16 is where you see really a big shift start happening, especially towards like Friday and Saturdays, in the number of balloon orders and the total sales for the week. They really do start to ramp up as we get into week 16 and 17. So this week's probably a pretty big transition-ish week in terms of what customers are thinking. But we've got the holidays behind us, so I think we should see sales bounce back and go forward. And we'll have some more updates on some things that the marketing team and the merchants are doing as well to help drive sales on the next couple PartyCasts. So good stuff. We'll also cover some of that on the monthly business update next Thursday. So, all right, let's jump right in. Amanda, I'm going to turn it over to you so we can start talking all things balloons. So take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. April, we of course are going to talk all things balloons, just kind of start with a quick sales rundown. Last week we were down 2.5% in balloons. I think the really cool thing here is that we were positive in all of the core things of 101, right? Like juvie, solids, sentiments, all the things that are showing us the new items are selling and that BME is working. Where we lost was really in the seasonal shift. We were down 120K in Easter, and that really led to the majority of the miss there. As far as task standpoint, balloon assessments are due this week. I think as we continue to drive home the importance of getting all stores up to standard pre-graduation, right? As Chris was talking to that grad ramp up, this is really important. In that assessment, there is some sales points, and you're going to see that blend really nicely this week with the celebration balloon selling training that's going to come out this week. It's really the first in a series of sales culture focused trainings. I think that these modules really support our AOP goal to develop trained experts motivated to sell. So as you're in stores, I think talk to your store teams about how they're doing with that module that is going to launch Tuesday 4/9. And then really from my perspective, the most important is the balloon POG reset that's coming, right? So we know this is a big reset. Normally we would just send out the planogram and stores would get their information on a POG cover letter, but we knew that there was a lot of intricate detail here. And so we have a preview coming this week on Tuesday. It's really not only a large set from a business decision and what we're expecting to come out of it, but there's a lot of actual details in there that I think are important for your store teams to know. And so one for each different type of format kind of jumps out to me. For next gen, this is a larger move set, right? There's movement of fixtures in order to get the flow correct. And so for the sets that are happening now, your store teams, you may hear from them and they may say, I have an easier way to make this move. But we are making some moves preemptively right now for the July latex reset, right? This is going to allow your stores to get the flow correct now, so that in July, when we're setting Halloween and doing all of the things that we do in July, that will already be correct and they can simply reset the latex. With that, there is going to be the fixture moves of the 8-tier racks, and those are the racks that hold the actual foil balloon packages. There will be a video attached to that preview task that helps show you how to move it. It's pretty easy. I actually went into a store and moved one this weekend, so it's easier than it sounds. And the video is going to walk you through it, and it's a really quick hit. It's less than a minute and a half. And then there's also a call out there on legacy. There is going to be a handful of stores that have a 3-tier wave where the balloons wrap around the back. It is really difficult to understand how many stores this will affect because of how long the footage is on each wave. We do not have that information currently. So what I'm asking is that if there are solids on the front of the wave, you can push those solids to the back and the stores can make the right decision to ensure that the new balloons are actually on the front of the wave. This, we believe, is going to affect minimal stores, but we wanted to make sure that we made the call out to you. And then outside of balloons, we have select stores doing some price optimization changes. You're going to see that happening in your stores. And then pack away. We have 3 end of seasons that are due today. If you're listening today, Monday 4/8, we have end of season Seuss, St. Pat's, and Val balloons. All were sitting under 70% as of yesterday. So I think if we work on that while we're talking to our teams on our conference calls this week. And that's pretty much everything this week, Chris.
All right, lots of really good stuff, and great call out on the balloon planograms and really setting up why it's so important to work from the pogs that are provided and the maps that are given and any changes in the store. So I don't know that I can stress enough that this is one of those instances that we need to be pretty much just like the picture and just like the map, unless there is some truly odd or weird or unusual thing. District team leaders, we need you guys to make sure that the stores are executing that 100% and not deciding to, well, I'm not going to shift this. I don't understand why we're doing that. We need to do it just like the map is calling out, because it is going to set up so much for the July planograms as well. So I know as you guys are reviewing it, and I know we even had some questions that came in last week. I think all of those answers will be coming with the information that Amanda was just covering. So if you guys see some stuff pop up as you and your teams are kind of going through all the materials once it's released, then by all means reach out and ask questions. But again, as we execute this one, we want to be pretty flawless on getting these executed just like the picture shows. So Amanda, thanks for the information. Also a good call out on the end of season and getting that wrapped up. Kind of tying into that is, just pack away in general. And we still have grad pack boxes. So continue to work those with your teams. Let's get those down to 0. Let's make sure all of that product is out. Now is the time to be ready, get set, have it all out, so that we can maximize our sales throughout the season. All right, let's shift gears a little bit. I know Leslie had a couple of updates that we wanted to share with the team, so let me turn it over to you.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah. So every day we on the back end are talking about how can we find ways to help the stores drive sales? Because right now we know every sale, every dollar matters. And what I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of is through our DoorDash app, which is we refer to as DoorDash Marketplace, where a customer can go to the DoorDash app, shop Party City. A dasher comes in the store, shops just like a customer, checks out, and then delivers it to the customer. We kicked off last year, at the end of last year, a pilot where we said, how can we leverage the grab and go table or rails to drive sales of inflated balloons? Because the inflated balloons is the #1 search term within their app. But there is an expectation of very quick turnaround, like 40 minutes or less. So we knew it. How do we do this in a way where we can actually execute against it? And we've seen a lot of success. So long story short, as of today, we are adding an additional 113 stores to this pilot, so it'll bring us to approximately 150. We're going to make sure we work out all the kinks, learn what we need to learn, and then expand to the balance of the stores. That date is TBD. But if we take our existing performance and extrapolate that across all 700 and some odd stores, this would be an additional $1 million in sales just in grab and go bouquets. So I wanted to share that, let you know that we're working on these things and constantly thinking about what can we do to help drive sales. And I was just excited to make sure everybody knew what was coming.
Great. All right. Good information. And look, I think the more we can continue to grow this out, give our customers options, it certainly opens the door wide open for additional sales. And I think that's what we've seen as we started talking this one through. So it should be good. Just kind of on the subject, we will continue to work on, adding some different things into the PartyCast around sales and really kind of calling out performance. So look for that in the coming weeks on the PartyCast. Again, if you've got any other ideas or things you would like to see on the PartyCast in the future, please send those over to us. We're definitely looking at, how can we continue to make this a great tool for all of you guys as district team leaders, what information would be best for you, how do we tie this in with the slides that you get from your regional leaders for your calls on Monday, how do those all, complement each other, as well as giving you previews of things that are coming up on the horizon. So look for more of those types of things in the coming weeks as we kind of enhance the PartyCast. We also want to continue to bring in some other guests, looking at where we can get some merchants and some other cross-functional partners that can keep you guys posted on things that are coming up. So more to come on that, but we'll keep it kind of short today. Again, very much balloon focused for this month. We do still have LOD certifications that as district team leaders, you guys would be wrapping up with your store team leaders, but then store team leaders doing with their team leads. So we definitely want to make sure we've got that all wrapped up going into the grad season. The store teams are really wrapping up their balloon self-assessments, and then that'll translate into you guys following up and doing those balloon assessments as part of your store visits in the weeks leading into early and mid-May. So all of those things really should ensure that we are prepared for a great grad season, but also get these balloon changes that we've got coming up 100% dialed in, and that we really can continue to grow this category. We certainly need the sales from balloons. We know we've got some other categories that the merchants are kind of retooling and working on. Birthday, favors, candy might be some of those. So we need these balloon sales to really help offset in those categories until we can get them ramped up as well. So with that, we'll wrap up. Hope everybody has a great week, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks so much.